journeys wasn't a luxury hotel or a day on the beach. It was pain.
Hazards of the human weapon.
And in their travels, Jason and Bill discovered that one of the best ways to inflict pain is with the legs. Because the legs have as much as 4 times the mass and nearly twice the length of the arms, they can deliver blows of incredible power. So, what was the most devastating kick of all? Let's find out. In Thailand, they were introduced to the crippling force of the Muay Thai power angle kick.
You're doing that full force, dropping down, bam! 5 or 10 of those, and the guy's not gonna be able to walk. He's gonna be thinking about his leg.
The kick's power comes from the torque generated by the rotation of the hips. The longer the leg and quicker the rotation, the faster the kick.
We've been told the kicks don't count unless you damage the other person. Damage the other person. That's not something most people want to sign up for.
Okay, about 5,000 more of those and you'll be doing pretty good.
In Japan, they were introduced to a lightning-quick kick used in karate to bring an opponent to his knees.
I think the low kick is going to be where I'm at. I'll be able to take their legs out quick. I can throw a lot of power behind it with my weight.
But of all the kicks Jason and Bill learned in their travels, the most devastating was one they picked up at the Wild Card Gym in Hollywood. From kickboxing legend Kung Lee.
I pull it back right here and I step down here, I spin, I look, and I kick.
Like the wrecking ball at the end of a demolition crane, the kick's power is generated by the rotation of the body. In conjunction with the snap of the knee, the foot achieves a velocity of nearly 30 miles per hour. When the heel connects with the solar plexus, it transfers 1,400 pounds of force, enough to damage internal organs and fracture multiple ribs.
Good power right there. Ooh.
With strikes, takedowns, weapons techniques, and kicks in their arsenal, Bill and Jason were moving ever closer to their goal of becoming human weapons. But scouring dusty villages, back alley gyms, ancient castles, and stunning monuments for the best martial arts moves revealed that some of the most effective weren't strikes, kicks, or takedowns at all. They were locks.
Good. Nice and tight.
So what was the most effective lock? In Greece, they trained with a descendant of Spartan warriors to learn a savage shoulder lock.
If I am trying to do maybe a shoulder lock.
You get your knees? So this puts pressure on the shoulder.
Exactly.
Bill, does it feel like there's pressure there?
Yeah.
The greater the torque on his shoulder, the greater the pain inflicted. And exceeding the joint's normal range of motion causes more than just pain. The soft tissue, muscles, and bone can all be seriously damaged by this pressure. In Sambo, the guys learned a leg lock that uses tremendous leverage to injure 2 of the strongest bones in the body, the tibia and the fibula.
Underneath, pull down, pull over.
These are no fun.
And when they traveled to Malaysia, they uncovered the wicked sinking python of Salat.
Swing him back.
So you're using your body weight to pull him down.
That's right.
By rotating your opponent's wrist to the maximum extent of its range of motion, the bones of the wrist lock against the bones of the forearm. This causes intense pain and gives you control of his arm.
There you go.
Good.
It's not just a block. It's a block with a lock, an elbow to the face, a knee to the groin, and then your wrist gets broken.
Strike, lock,
Everything is quick. Everything is violent.
the middle,
That's Salat.
turning.
In the Philippines, the art is an ancient forebear of Eskrima called Kali. And the technique is deadly.
The moment he gives his hand here, you are in complete control. See, you can break that. See?
Okay. So you're blocking his right hand?
As much as that.
Yeah, he's tapping.
Come in, I bring you down. See, let's control that. Very simple. So any movements that he has there, see this? This goes right away.
This lock could easily deliver enough force to leave your opponent paralyzed, or even dead.
Yeah, right?
Give him a pain.
Make him pain?
Give him pain.
But the most effective lock was the crisp, elegant brutality of the judo armbar, one of the most fundamental locks in martial arts. A move Jason and Bill experienced while training with the Kyoto Police Force. The armbar is a perfect example of the science of leverage. By bending the elbow across the fulcrum of your hips, you're subjecting the weak joint to the leverage of two strong forces, the pull of your thighs on his shoulder and your hands on his wrist.
He's 70 kilos, I'm 125 kilos. It doesn't really matter when it comes down to an arm bar. It's all about your joint and whether you want your arm the way it's supposed to be for the rest of your life. So you got no choice but tap, 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 tap.
From scenic rice paddies to the neon jungle of Las Vegas, Jason and Bill's global quest has been violent and dangerous. It has forced them to confront their limits, both physically and mentally. Because as they learned in their quest, becoming a human weapon isn't just about learning how to fight. It's about learning how to suffer.
Oh, sorry. Mille excuses.
Kicking the wrong guy in the wrong host.
10 countries, more than 50 gyms, and hundreds of moves. One thing our guys learned is that there are lots of ways to win a fight. Strikes, takedowns, kicks, and joint locks. Each one can cause serious damage, even in practice. But of all the moves they learned on their quest to become human weapons, the most frightening had to be the ones designed to kill, the chokes. But which choke was the most effective? In Israel, Jason and Bill discovered the breath choke that closes off the airway.
I will let you feel a little bit. If you say no, a bit stronger. Okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
Exactly.
And in the Philippines, they were shown how a blood choke closes off the arteries that carry blood to the brain.
Hold it up, elbow.
Yeah, it's choking.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
He had his hand across my Adam's apple and is cutting off my carotid arteries. I felt like I was about to go out, so I'm glad he got off as quick as he did.
Because blood chokes work much faster than breath chokes, sometimes in less than 5 seconds, they are preferred by most fighters. At the elite Kudo Gakushka boarding school in Japan, the guys were taught how to use their gis to secure a choke and win a match.
See a lot of veins in his head.
This choke pulls the collar of the gi across the neck and cuts off blood to the brain. For sheer killing power, the most lethal choke Jason and Bill experienced was the one taught to them at the Marine training camp of Quantico, the rear naked choke. It's a move used by the Presidential Helicopter Squadron to take out an assailant quickly and silently.
The elbow or line, you reach up, nice easy pressure, make a Superman grip. All it's going to be is just like this. And that's it.
Located on either side of the trachea, the carotid arteries are the only way to get blood to the brain. It can take less pressure than squeezing an orange to stop the flow of blood. And with no blood flow, the brain shuts down almost instantly. Fight over. Keep holding it, and the assailant will soon be brain dead.
One of the great things about this choke is even when you're drilling it, just having that little pressure there, you start to get lightheaded. Even if he's not putting 100%, 20% pressure, it still makes you get lightheaded.
But even the nastiest chokes in the world are only as lethal as the fighter using them. And our guys quickly discovered that an arsenal of deadly moves is only half the skill set a human weapon must possess. They learned how to dish it out and how to take it. But which pain conditioning method was the toughest? When Jason and Bill traveled to the island of Okinawa, they experienced something called iron body training, with renowned karate master Shinjo Sensei. The conditioning is designed to harden a fighter's body with a barrage of constant strikes and punches.
It's very difficult to stand there and let a man hit you and not hit back. And believe me, there's nothing pulled. Every punch comes hard and it comes quick. You're just gonna take a beating.
But what our guys went through was nothing compared to what Sensei's students endured next.
You see what I'm seeing, Bill?
That's it. For anyone who doesn't think this is real, take a look at that. Solid wood.
The master wouldn't let Jason and Bill leave without trying one last test: break a board with their bare fingers.